Alright guys, what is up? This is Travis, aka Shizzles, and here's some Reach gameplay. CTF on Countdown. Let's go ahead and get into it, and just a little start. As you see me push past the sniper, I don't grab it, I don't pick it up. I know that I have a teammate behind me, so I want to leave it for him. I want to continue pushing into their flag, seeing as how I got there first. Killed a guy. If I get in their flag, if we get rockets and that snipe, I can go ahead and pull it and probably make a successful run. However, I'm going to start jumping into what I actually want to talk about, and that is Halo's future. Now, this is a topic that I feel pretty passionate about. And not to toot my own horn here or anything, but my opinions are usually right. When I have an opinion on something, it's usually right. Now, I'm not saying it is this time. I'm just kind of throwing that out there, where I'm like, hey, I'm pretty good at this whole opinion stuff. Because in this video, there's not going to be any solid fact. I don't think so. I don't think, other than me telling you what I was thinking at the beginning of the game, I don't think there's going to be a single other solid fact in here. Maybe next time I'll probably commentate the end of the game, just because some craziness happened. But yeah. So let's get into future of Halo. So, classic Halo is dead, is gone. It's never coming back. That's my opinion. That's what I think. It is never coming back. It'd be cool if it did, but honestly, I think 343 would be making a mistake. I don't think that the longevity of the game or the population would get a significant increase from 4 to 5 if 5 was a reskin version of CE or Halo 2 or Halo 3. I don't think so. I don't think that the population would get a significant increase over the long term, over the longevity of the game. And here's why. The cool stuff in Halo, I mean, it's all about the current gen, the current generation of gamers, and the new generation of gamers. Been grown up with Hollywood, grown up watching action movies, watching Michael Bay Transformers, explosion, bigger. Was watching Underworld Awakening a few nights ago, and that's not a very good movie in my opinion. I mean, the plot's just meh. It didn't really go anywhere from the start to the end. It seemed like they should have condensed that down into about 20-30 minutes and then continued on with the story from there. But dude, those fight scenes, some of those fight scenes, those were pretty awesome. And one of the ones that I remember, and will always probably remember, is the one. It's not even a fight scene, but it's just awesome. Is when it's after Celine kills that one Lycan in the elevator shaft, and the other Lycan cuts the cables to the elevator, and the elevator falls on Celine. She looks up at it like, uh-oh. And then that no problem type mentality, came on. And we see and we see her shoot the floor of the elevator, and then when it hits her, like she crouches and it hits her, she goes straight through it, no harm to her. And just the camera angle of, watching her crouch, and then seeing all the pieces of the elevator floor just kind of fly up, and she all in slow motion, and she rises up, and that the music that's playing is just like, this is awesome. And it's just awesome. Like, that's I think one of the coolest scenes. So, that being said, I think Master Chief needs some of that awesome. Um, and I don't think that you could have a CE through 3 type game that has that awesome in it, because CE through 3, it was just, I mean, it was guns, melee, and grenades. That was it. There's nothing else. And while that's what we're used to, that's what we want. Um, I still don't think that's the way to go. I think the way to go is sort of what they've been doing with adding the jetpacks, adding the thruster packs, adding evade, um, adding assassinations, adding all this stuff. Like, it's I think it could be really good. I think it could be really good, and the not the reason why I think it could be really good, but how it could be really good is is if uh, is if 343 makes all of the new stuff, all of the cool stuff, if they make it awesome. I mean, not awesome. My bad, wrong word. If they make it competitive. Um, I do not think, or I mean, I think that you can make. Well, here, I think that you can make the thruster pack really competitive. Um, and how you make it competitive is, basically, you make it hard to use. You make it more skillful to use. A big thing is the skill gap, and the skill gap is, I think, what really makes a competitive title competitive. That was terribly redundant, but you know what? Just live with it. Just live with it. It's okay. Um, so the skill gap needs to get larger, and one of my ideas, I'll link the thread and the description. I was about to say comments, and I was like, no, not the comments. What's that thing called? Description. I will link it in the description, and there's this one idea that I've had, um, about the thruster pack, and how to make that more competitive. Basically, the the thruster pack can only thrust upwards. Um, it's basically like a double jump type thing, except I mean it's not a significant height increase either. I mean it's just a little height increase. You can still shoot while using it, so I mean it's basically like extra jump, but you can input a combo. So I'm just throwing out buttons here, but say X is thruster pack. So you hit X, and then after you hit X, you hit Y, then um, A, then Y again. And instead of instead of thrusting up, now you're thrusting down. Or instead of Y at the end, it's X, Y, X. Now you would thrust left. Um, and you could continue going around in the circle like that. So, A, if you hit AA, you would thrust uh, in reverse. You go in reverse. If you hit B, you would in the right. Y, you would go down, or forward. You would go forward. You would thrust forward, and then let's say RB is you could go straight down. And this would keep your current momentum. So say you're jumping and moving to your right, and then you thrust to the left. Instead of actually moving to the left, it would basically counteract that rightward momentum that you had and just stop you. So it's not an auto getaway type deal. And so that's I think that we need to stop saying classic and start saying competitive, because honestly, I don't think classic is ever going to happen. And if it does, I don't think that it will ever be as successful ever again. Someone on the forum said it that that there was the Halo era, and then the Call of Duty era, where all of the first person games try and imitate Call of Duty, and then there's going to be in a few years Call of Duty's going to fade, and there's going to be another era that's maybe the like Titanfall Destiny era. But and so and I believe that, like I think that they're right, and so I think classic Halo never coming back. If it does by some miracle, then it won't be as near successful as it was. So, in terms of the competitive community, I mean, we're called competitive community for a reason. Like, we like the competition. And so, I think that we need to stop saying classic and start saying competitive. Start giving 343 options of oh, hey, this is more competitive. I see what you're doing, and here's an idea to improve on what you're actually doing. So I mean, like my thruster idea. So, call to arms, sort of, not really. I want to stop saying classic, start saying competitive. Now, I'm going to switch it over to the gameplay. As you're aware, I've been choking massively, and this game should have been over a gazillion years ago. But, however, I want to point this out right here. Right here, even though I just got shot through walls, somehow manage to stay alive, grab rockets, keep the flag alive. It's going into sudden death overtime, right? I want my teammate to take the flag because I want rockets. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and get our flag back. Shoot a rocket, miss. Get a double kill, and the game ends. When our flag gets returned, their flag's still out. The game ends, and I could have put in the flag, tied the game up, sent it, into that sudden death overtime, I guess, because it should have already been into overtime within a cap and a flag was out. And yeah, the game just ended. It just ended. So that's I don't like it. I don't like it at all. While I was choking the rest of the game, that could have been a big opportunity for me to just go huge. I was on garage for a reason. Rockets were coming up. Wanted to get one last shot at a flag run. We got we got that one last shot at a flag run. We had it right there. It was on our big door. It's like 2 touches, and we're scoring. And the game ends when they're at least 2 dead. I think they were 3 dead at this point. Let's actually go back and check, shall we? So, let's go back. They were... Oh, it doesn't actually tell you right there. So, they're now 1 dead. I shoot the rocket. Don't get a kill. Still 1 dead. We're 1 dead. Red team wins. So, I guess they won before I even shot the rocket. Still 1 dead. Still 1 dead. Let's go to that 1 dead puppy killer. There we go, puppy killer. Let's see if he spawns. Nah, he doesn't spawn. So they were 3 dead. Had a chance to put in the flag. We had somebody on their flag, on their stairs. Had control, had the power weapon. Could have won. Bungie said no, or 343. Whoever. They both said no. Anyway, it's enough of me. You've listened to me enough. Alright, I will see y'all later. Good night, and peace.